Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be seeing the process of two commission works for one of my watchers named Herpy Derp Perv. I'll put his page on in the description. And what he commissioned, which I also want to thank again for commissioning me. So basically what he wanted me to do was to draw two of his old Happy Chiefin characters into my style and, you know, update them. And I said sure. He also mentioned that he was gonna do another one after I finish this one. I was like, oh, I can just do both at the same time. And he's like, are you sure? I don't want to overwhelm you. And I said, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm down for it. I work with multiple works at the same time because I trained myself to do that, because I figured if I ever go to the industry, I would probably have to do, you know, multiple drawings and multiple works at the same time, or if I have to switch out of my area at one point. So I'm already like okay with that kind of stuff, so I'm like, okay, we'll just do both at the same time, which is why the video is over 20 minutes long. And I don't mind that because, you know, fuck it. And let's see, so this one right here, this character is named Femy. Femy is a little gray wolf. I think he's gray, or is it blue? I don't know, my colors are off. It was like it's like a cool blue, cool gray, I don't know. It's that color. And let's see, there were some changes with her. For one, I give her back her waist that she originally had. Well, didn't have actually, sorry. I gave her more eyelashes, more like way thicker than the original picture. I gave her some pants because he wanted her to have pants. I was like, okay, sure. And give her a knife holder along with the knife. I pooped up her hair a bit, you know, to make it more bouncy than the original. And yeah, this character was actually my favorite out of drawing the two characters. Her expression and her body type was very similar to my character Flipsy. I'm not saying he copied it, I'm just saying like I was so used to drawing bodies like this that it made me feel like I was in my comfort zone, which, you know, I like being in my comfort zone. I mean, who doesn't like to be in their comfort zone? For some reason, this arm over here, it was really off to me. No matter like how many times I like mess around with it, it just seemed off. So I played around with that for a good while. That took like a good 10 minutes, honestly, which you might see here later. Right now, I'm just cleaning up some of the sketch lines over here because, you know, I want to make it look pretty before I do a little proofread. Oh, here I am, messing around with the arm. I don't know what was going on here. It just seemed off to me, and I wanted to fix it before I start taking it to the outline process, because, you know, if I outline it, it's gonna look ugly and weird, and it just won't look good. And I did manage to fix it, but I think in the end I did end up fixing it in the line art, so it was the same anyway. Anyway, so this is the second commission. This is Henny. Henny is a little pink fox from the old days, which you can probably see in the background. With her, I did give her eyelashes, but I didn't want to make it like a copy of Heny. So I gave her eyelashes more connected to each other and more much thicker and more close together than Heny's. And let's see, I gave her little not white tips, but like lighter tips on the top of her head, because for some reason in the old picture it didn't have that. And I wanted to make sure that people know, like, hey, this is a fox, not another wolf. And of course they could have just looked at the tail, but, you know, some people like to pass through that and say, oh, I didn't see the tail, whatever. So I put the little tips on her ears to help out, like, hey, this is a fox. And yeah, I also gave her some shorts because the person wanted to give her shorts instead of pants this time, which, you know, I'm okay with, whatever. What else? This character happens to use a bazooka for a weapon. which is, you know, pretty cool. And apparently she's quite strong too. I never really got to draw a bazooka, so this was a little fun experiment for me, honestly. She's much more happy and preppier than Heny. Hemy? No, Femy. Yeah, Femy. And yeah, she was thick, but like, you know, she's not as thick as Henny. And yeah, redesigning these two characters were it was a little weird, because when I saw the original form, it didn't, it was obviously from the Happy Chieftain form. And when I draw Happy Chieftains, it's, I usually do a lot of thinking. Say, hey, how would this work out? Is she this thick? Do we have this much? Should I put hair in that one? But thanks to with the person's help, I managed to, you know, figure that out. I think Henny was the one that was the hardest, because she didn't have a reference of her having curves in another style. Whereas Hemy, she did have curves. But in the end, I figured it out. So it was okay in the end. And yeah. Color-wise, most of the colors got, you know, stuck together. I think the fur for Hemy changed. I think we stuck with the lighter coat than the darker coat, and I guess that was a good call for that one, because her jacket is actually quite dark, so sometimes you have to have a little balance between the two. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry, I just looked it up to the picture right now, and I think we did stick with the dark one, but it's still pretty good. I mean, both versions did look pretty good. And then Femy, I think she kept her color. The only things that actually got changed were her ear tips, but that's because, you know, she didn't have one before, so I just added that in. And it's the same color as the fox tail tip, so not too much difference to this. Let's see. I think I'm gonna take this time to probably update what's going on in my place. So let's see. I did mention that my family that worked in the retirement home did get tested, and that their test results became negative, so they're in the clear. So happy for that. 2 people got infected though, so they were sent home, which meant that my mom and my siblings had to get a different schedule, because, you know, that one person left, so they have to rearrange everything. And I believe they got rid of everything that the person ever touched or you know, had to like be interacted with or something. Basically touch. They got rid of all that, because, you know, they have to be very careful, because they work with the elderly, and some people there are very, because it's not all elderly. There's actually younger people there too. It's just they're not exactly all there, if you know what I mean. But, you know, they're trying to live their lives, and, you know, look, I can't really say anything about that. They're trying to do their best at their current situation. What else? Oh, I get to clean up my room, so that's cool. Oh, and I got my new what's it called? I'm sorry, I jumped ahead a bit. I was putting money away in my piggy bank, and that shit exploded. Like, the bottom half just poof popped up, and it was quite depressing. I made a TikTok video of it, because it was just so depressing. My poor owl. But don't worry, I actually went to the market to get a new one. I actually found an exact duplicate of it, and some of you are like, oh, of course you're gonna find a duplicate, wouldn't you? No. I use the Mexican piggy banks, which means you can only find 1 or 2 of those if you're lucky. And those piggy banks you can't open for anything, because I guess they want to make sure you don't get the temptation of you know, opening it and then, you know, taking money and then reopening it, and I wanted to make sure I didn't, you know, give in to my temptation to, you know, do that, because it has happened already. And I want to give myself a good birthday this year, especially with the bullshit we're going through right now. So I bought a Mexican one, and I did count it. I think I'm already at 1,000 now, and my birthday isn't until another couple of weeks. It's probably, let me see the day. Okay, so in 25 days, that's when I go celebrate my birthday. I'm gonna be 25. God, I feel old thinking about that. Last year for my birthday, I think I just stayed in, and I think my brother got me a ice cream cake, which was nice because I haven't had ice cream cake in years. I mean, the last one I had one was when I was 12. Ooh, time flies. So that was nice. I gave some to my godparents too. They actually live right across the street from me. So, you know. I also got money for my birthday because that's usually what I tell my family to get me. Like, you know, just give me money because for some reason they always think that I want stuff that I'm probably never going to use. For example, my mom used to buy me pink dresses, and I don't like wearing dresses at that time. I mean, for me, I probably would, but at the same time, no thank you. I don't know, I just don't like dresses. And at that time, I was like, oh, I don't like pink because society, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually like pink now. It's one of my favorite colors. It's so pretty. Especially pastel pink. Oh, I love pastels. But anyway, they didn't really know what to get me. So I just like, you know, just give me money and then do that. And with the money, I would buy stuff that I want while also using the money to buying my animal supplies. Because, you know, I have to be a responsible pet owner. And yeah, and since I have a lot right now, what I plan on buying myself is actually getting the Nintendo Switch because I want to play the new Pokemon game. I'm probably gonna get Pokemon Shield because my brother and I have a tradition where if there's a new Pokemon game, we would both get both of the games that or be there. Like he would get Pokemon Ruby, I would get Pokemon Sapphire. He'd get Pokemon Pearl, I get Diamond. He'd get X, I get Y. He would get Black, I would get Pokemon White. He got Pokemon Sun, I got Pokemon Moon. And he bought, for some reason he thought he bought both, thinking, oh, it'd be different. I was like, that was our tradition, alright? That was our thing, and here you are being selfish, ruining that tradition. But no, I'm gonna buy that. And I think if I have enough, I might get Animal Crossing too, because for some reason that thing's been very popular. My friends have it, and my brother's been playing it, which I didn't really expect them to actually play with. My brother's girlfriend's playing it, my little sister wants to play it, and it's just, I don't know what the deal is. And they keep telling me, you should get it. And I was like, ugh, if I have enough, I'll get it. Animal Crossing has never been that big deal to me because, I don't know, it's not something that I'm gonna go crazy for. With me, I like games, I like fighting games or like puzzle games or whatever, but Pokemon has always been my favorite, mainly because I can play with the storyline, get some new creatures, and I can also put my aggression to the other players and just, you know, kick their ass and blah. Because, you know, there's some characters in there that think they're all, oh, I'm gonna kick your ass or whatever, like the bad guys and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. And I just let loose. I was like, what now? I don't know. It's just something I do. I used to play Pokemon. Not Pokemon. I'm sorry. I used to play what was it called? Super Smash Bros. I used to play with my brother. He kicked my ass on it because he knows how to play the fuck get better than me. But I would just play the computers and, you know, do that. I haven't played that game in like years either, and I don't think I plan to play with it because I just don't feel like it. I already finished my Pokemon, what was it? Pokemon White 2? I mentioned that my brother's girlfriend gave that to me because she doesn't have that much interest in it, and, you know, she didn't barely play with it. I was like, oh, can I get it? Can I play with it? Yeah, or something. And she's like, oh, you can't even have it. I was like, oh my god. So yeah. And I completed the game, and I did Pokemon transfers. So now I have all my Pokemon from when I was a kid. I have my Blastoise, my team with me. Blastoise was actually my oldest one. He's been with me since I was 8. I'm 20. Oh my god, I forgot how old I was. 24. I'm 24. Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's wrong with me. I forgot how old I was. But yeah. Yeah, so I managed to transfer all of them. Except for my Darkrai and my Shaman. I don't know what's going on with that. I read well, actually I kind of do. Kind of know about that. Apparently, for some reason, Shaman and Darkrai were considered illegal or something like that. Which was weird because I got both of those Pokemon through the global trade thing or something. And then one of them... No. They were both in global train. I never did the whole Shaman glitch thing. I never did that. I never figured out how to do that. And so I did read that I could transform my Darkrai, but the thing is I have to make sure he doesn't know the move Pursuit, and he has to be at level 50. He's at level 23. So maybe I'll work on that and get, him out of there. But for my Shamans, I don't know. They're going to be stuck there, and I felt sad because I love Shaman. They're cute little hedgehog Pokemon. They're adorable. Okay. So I guess I'll put some more time here. What else happened? Not much else happened, honestly. Everything's been going okay, I suppose. I guess let me do some of the announcements. I actually what was it called? I made a new commission chart. I noticed that my work has been very, it's been getting more advanced over the last couple of months. And a couple of my friends actually noticed, like, you're charging that much? I was like, yeah, what's wrong with it? He's like, dude, you gotta change around that. I'm like, you're probably gonna write, especially since I actually timed myself when I was doing this commission, along with another commission, but unfortunately I can't post it because it was a private commission, so sorry, I can't do anything about it. And yeah, they kind of helped me out with that. I was like, okay, cool. And I also do animations now too. I don't record myself doing it because I did it once with Flipsy and that was it. It's just I don't know. I just think people might find it boring to see that kind of stuff. What else? Oh, I guess I like to thank this guy again for not only commissioning me for 2 works, which I'm very grateful for, but he's also one of my patrons. He's been with me for I think he's been with me for almost a year now, and I'm very grateful for the donation he's given me. And if you guys want to be part of my Patreon too, you're free to do that. I haven't been able to make anything as of lately because the pandemic we're in right now, but I do have some images in the process to actually post in there that will only be exclusive to that only. What else is there? But it's really a choice, really. It's like whatever. If you can't, that's okay. I'm happy you're actually looking in my page and staying this long for this sweet paint video. And again, I want to thank this person for giving me so much support, especially whatever he makes. Whatever he gives me, I use it to help out my family when it comes to the bills and food and my animals, obviously, for my little my animals, because I'm a responsible pet owner. And what else has there? Yeah. So I think I'm probably gonna end this pretty soon. Thanks so much for staying for this long. If you like this video and if you want to see more in the future, you can like and subscribe if you want to. Please stay at home until this pandemic is over, because we're still in the shit show in there. So if you can stay at home, please do that. If you want to see this image, it's in my social medias, along with other pictures that I've drawn but I don't really do speed paints for. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'll see you guys later, and I don't know, I'll probably work on a fan art one later. Anyway, I gotta go now. Bye bye. Me.